Let me show you how you can plan your day using specific times. So this strategy will make your to-do list better and more organized. So make sure you add this to your to-do list. And I'm going to give you the outline of exactly how to do this. And for you, fill in the blanks for the times that work best for you. So let's start. Write down the habits you want to pre-plan by time. So here are some examples. Let's say for workout, posting if you make social media content, be in bed, let's say, start night routine, wake up, start lunch, start supper, start breakfast if you eat that. So these are some examples that we're going to use for times we want to pre-plan. So start by writing all the habits that you want to pre-plan by time. Let's go on to the next step. Now you want to write down the times you want to start each of these habits, but you want to make sure those times are free of distractions. So for example, let's say for being bedtime. If everybody is awake at a certain time, if everybody is talking, if you have TV going in the background, then it might be hard to sleep and get good quality of sleep at that time. Let's say for being bed, let's say everybody is still awake at 10 p.m. All the TV's going on, people are talking on the phone, loud noise. But let's say maybe 30 minutes after that, then everybody is in bed. So then what you could do for it being bedtime, you could say 10:30. So pick the time for you. Or if people are still awake at that time, then move that time forward some more time. So for being in bed, just make sure it's all quiet, no distractions. And like for me, I prefer going to sleep when everybody else is asleep. So that way it doesn't bother my sleep. Same thing with waking up. So the time you want to be in bed and the time you want to wake up, it varies based on how much sleep you need and based on how quiet the environment is at those times. Because for me, I don't like to sleep with a lot of background noise. Let's say for workouts, maybe you do the workouts when you're done with work, when you're done studying your stuff. So for workouts, you give it a time. Maybe 6 p.m., maybe 7 p.m., whichever works for you. Start lunch and supper, give those a specific time. And with these two things, you either have a choice of finishing a habit and then eating, or just eat at a specific time. So you can either eat that, like, let's say, after finishing habit number 10 or habit number 14, or you could eat at a specific time, like 5:30 p.m., 6 p.m., whichever works for you. And especially this is helpful if you post social media content like me, or you want to start streaming. Have a specific posting schedule that you want to work up to. Like maybe for me, my current posting schedule isn't the best for me yet because I'm still fixing my night routine. But once I fix my night and morning routine and I have the best sleep schedule that for me, then I can post on my ideal times. So for your posting plan, write down the ideal times you want to post at if you want to make videos. And especially for start your night routine, you want to know exactly how long it takes you to do your night routine. So let's say you want to be in bed by 10:30 and your full night routine takes 30 minutes. So then what you want to do is you can start your night routine at 10 p.m. as an example. So write down your numbers and these are just my examples. So then after you've written it all out, then what you want to do is you want to write the reminder times on index cards. So that way you can easily always have it with you and you can use it as reminders. So maybe you can write down your pulsing times if you want to make content. Maybe write down the time in bed, time start night routine, time wake up. So those are some examples. So write down all the numbers that you've written down on the paper on the pulsing note card. And make sure you keep this pulsing note card with you so that you can use it as reminders and that way you don't forget. Because writing ideas down and having it with you is a great way to take action and not forget the stuff that you written down. So make sure you do that. And then you want to set phone alarms for each scheduled time. So that way you have two things going for you. You written down the reminders on index cards and also you have phone alarms giving you reminders when to start specific habits. So like for me, maybe I can set phone alarms when I want to start posting, when I want to be in bed by, when I want to start my night routine, and when I want to wake up. So those things I think are most valuable for me. And for you, you set phone alarms for reminders of times that you think are best for you. And make sure it's very specific times. And make sure you also label it. So like maybe you could say post short number one, or be in bed, or start night routine. So give it specific times and make sure you also label it exactly what the habit is that you want to start. And you also want to choose times that fit your natural daily routine. So this is why I talk a lot about time tracking, how you spend each minute of your day and the hours of your day. So that way you know exactly when you do specific habits, especially for habits that you leave the house, because that's harder to control. So like maybe for me, an example, let's say habit number 10 on Saturdays, let's say at 6, so let's say around 6:10 p.m. I go out to eat with my family. So that way I know, okay, from 6:10 to maybe around 7:40, 7:50, around there, I'll be busy away from the house eating out with my family. So let's say at that specific time, then I make sure none of my pre-planned times are that time on Saturdays. So whenever you leave the house, right at the time you left the house, like let's say 5 p.m., the reason why you left the house, let's say maybe you went to the grocery store, and then the time you got back. So let's say maybe 6:15 p.m. and make sure you write the day that you did that. So on a Saturday, a Sunday, whatever it is. And you can plan your natural day around that. So if you're busy at a specific time, make sure to change the times you set for your habits. So you want to be super aware of how you spend each daily minute, and you want to also be super aware of the times you leave the house. Because the times you leave the house, you can't do at home habits. You also want to be okay with having some unexpected interruptions. Because let's say you want to be in bed by, let's say, 10:30 p.m., or you want to post a video at 3 p.m. Sometimes you're going to have an unexpected interruption where you can't do that habit in time. And you have to be okay with that, because every day doesn't need to be exactly at that specific time. But when you don't have any unexpected interruptions, then you want to hit your goals. If you have a goal you want to post at 3 p.m., post at 3 p.m. If you have a goal you want to be in bed by 10:30 p.m., then make sure most days you hit that goal. And it's okay if at the start you work up towards that goal. Like for me, I want to be in bed a lot earlier than this, but I can slowly work up to that goal. So the ideal times to start each habit are goals that you can work up to. You don't need to start each one of them on the first day. So that's exactly how you can plan your day using specific times. Which other things should we organize next?